Weekly episode on Sorare NBA coming in hot. We got a shorter one today, but we got a lot of good stuff to talk about. We'll go over some beginner tips like how to trade, and I'll also go over 3 particular strategies or tips that I'm looking at right now, and hopefully those will help you get some wins on those Sorare streets. Lastly, we'll touch on game weeks 25 to 27, and oh yeah, we got a giveaway winner to announce. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Eric, and this is NFTY Sports. I drop an episode every Thursday on Sorare NBA. We'll start off this video by giving a huge congratulations to Melvin, who is the winner of this Nick Richards card from answering my question of the week on last week's video. The question was, what is the biggest value on the marketplace right now for an NBA superstar to start your Sorare roster? He said it was Sabonis at around 65 bucks. I think that is a great choice. The most common answer was DeMar DeRozan sitting around 30, which I completely agree with. A great buyout there. If you want to check out that video, I go over 10 of my favorites. So go back into my Sorare playlist. Check those out. A ton of other content on there as well. A big thanks to everyone who entered that giveaway. I'll do another one soon, so make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and have those notifications turned on. The question of the week this week is, who are your NBA Finals predictions for the upcoming season? This question will make a lot of sense as we get into this video, so drop it down in the comments. While you're down there, check out my other socials, the free Discord. Come hang out during the week. All right, let's zoom in. Okay, let's get this thing started off hot right away. My first tip is something that I am going to start looking at immediately. Okay, I've already been thinking about this. We are more than halfway through the season and NBA playoffs are coming up. So my first strategy here, tip for you, no matter what level you are playing, is to start getting ready for the NBA playoffs, especially with players on teams who will go deep into the playoffs. If you're doing that from a common perspective, if you're playing common competitions, the easiest way to do that is to just start swapping out your cards with players who are not in contention and trying to get people on your roster in your card list who are, like I said, making deep playoff runs. So you can do that here. We'll start off with commons, and I will say that they will have competitions going into the NBA playoffs. They did it for MLB. One of the things that I wish I would have done was to prepare myself more on the MLB side for Major League Baseball. So make sure that you're doing it for NBA playoffs. We want to have good competitive competitions in there, whether it's common, limited, rare, or whatever. So I'm going to use my free swap. We'll go over it. I'll just show you an example of what I'm going to do for you beginners. We'll talk about trades next and how you can make trades with limited cards. And I will say, if you are in the limited and rare space, I'm looking to trade away some limiteds and receive some rares in my collection so I can get more into the rare contenders. So hit me up on the trades. I'll be looking at those. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is that some of these guys could get traded. So you want to be careful with who you trade in. The trade deadline is coming up. So, keep that in mind as well. Typically, the higher point cap, last 10 that you trade in, the higher return value you get back. So, Conley is a good one right here. He's got trade rumors around him. I don't want to trade him in. Let's take a look at some other guys. I'll pick a good one here. Let's see if we can get something for, you know what? I'm going to go with the guy that is injured, not on a great team, a really good player, had a really good start to the season, but I'm banking on the fact that I'll be able to get another tier 2, tier 1 guy just as good, if not better than him. He's just kind of sitting here taking up space. I'm going to trade in Kelly Oubre. Like I said, the higher the point cap or the last 10 that you trade in typically is what you get back for their trade. They like to make it kind of like a fair trade situation for you. So let's see what we could get with trading in this Kelly Oubre right here. Here we go. Grant Williams, Bojan, Lou Dort, quickly, Oladipo. I already have Oladipo. Dort, not in contention. I like Bojan. He is somebody that I already have, though. I also have Grant Williams. I don't have a quickly. I might go with quickly on this one. And you know what? I just double checked, and I have quickly Oladipo and Bogdanovich and Grant Williams already in the common. The only guy that I did not have was Lou Dort. Remember, if you don't want to make this trade, you could just exit out of it, and then it gives you 24-hour wait period until you can make your next trade. So don't feel pressured that you have to do it. But in this case, yeah, I'm going to go with Lou Dort. Kelly Oubre is going to be out for a while. Hopefully Lou Dort can help me get some more wins. He's been playing pretty solid. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember, these are common cards, the free cards. If you haven't signed up yet, use that link down below. 20 cards for free. Get you started now, get you set up and ready for the playoffs. So select card. I'll hit swap out. And Lou Dort, welcome to the team. Clock is counting down another 24 hours. I'm able to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of look at the same strategy. As trade rumors come up, I'll be looking for guys that I want to hold on my team, look for guys I want to trade away, guys who are in playoff teams that aren't really in contention for the playoffs or making a deep run. Then I'll look to trade those out, look to get guys who are going to have deep playoff runs. Keep a look at the NBA standings. Teams like Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn. The West is pretty wide open, so lots of different options on there. That would be tip number one. Make sure you're preparing for the NBA playoffs. We're more than halfway through the season, guys. Let's take a look at another tip here is how to trade. I'm going to go to the market and go to manager sales and show you how to find somebody's gallery. Okay, so here are the most recently listed cards. So somebody just listed a Jaylen Brown at $313. I will click in on this guy's collection. This guy is Joker. You just click on his name right there. You can see what rare cards he has. Looks like he's looking to sell a couple of them. Maybe I'll put in some trade offers. He's got some Chris Paul stacked up. I like this collection, and he's got a lot of good stuff here. So again, I am trying to get into some rare competition. So if you want to take a look at my particular collection, it is NFTY Sports. And you can find that just by going, looking for my gallery right here. Just type in sorare.com/NBA/gallery/NFTY Sports NFTY Sports. But if I wanted to trade for any of these guys right here, for example, let's do Chris Paul. All you would do is click on the card that you want to trade, hit trade. Then it pops up with this for you beginners out there. And then it allows you to add cards. So that allows you to add cards on their end. I was looking for adding a card on my end. It's the top one right here. It says send. Makes sense. Send, add a card. Then I could put guys like, say I wanted to trade Jordan Poole, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, and like a Bridges limited. I would hit done. And it shows the trade. It's nice. It's slick. It'll give you a notification, even send you an email that somebody made a trade offer for you. I don't want to put that one in. I haven't had the time to go through and make sure that that one makes sense. So I'm just going to leave it there. And that is how you go in and make a trade. You can do this with limited cards and above. So you cannot do this with commons. Unfortunately, that would be super cool, but limited, rare, super rare, you're able to trade across different tiers as well. So that's kind of the second tip in preparing for the playoffs. Also, you want to make sure that, if you want to go into higher competitions, trading is available. Also, kind of keep an eye on, again, like I said, the trades and NBA playoff races coming up. So let's take a look at one final tip, which is going to actually help you with your scores on a daily basis. Now, this can only be done a couple of times a week. So you're going to want to take a look at these on the days where you set your lineup. I'm talking Friday mornings, Friday afternoons before lock. Same with Monday mornings, Monday afternoons, anytime before lock. One of the things that I've been doing is going to DFS sites or Vegas lines for player props, right? So in this particular case, we'll look at Underdog Fantasy. If you're not on Underdog yet, then you can use a link down in the description, sign up and get a deposit match for up to your first $100, 100% deposit match. You can use code NFTY if you just download it on the App Store. It is NFTY. Other apps that I use are Owner's Box and Thrive Fantasy, which is a really cool one. They have a lot of good promos. So check those out down there. But regardless of which one that you go to, you're going to want to go to the Pick'em tab, right? So these have overs and unders. For today, particularly, like I said, it's not going to help you out on a Thursday, but on a Friday morning, you can see who's got the highest point totals for over unders. So Zach LaVine right here, 25 points. You pick higher or lower. These are calculated by Vegas odds makers, so they're pretty darn accurate. You'd be, if you don't play DFS or if you don't do any sports betting, you'd be surprised how close these are every single time. So not every single time, but most of the time, right? These are made and set for a reason. So Zach LaVine has a 25-point total. Then you can see things like points and rebounds. Kind of use that to calculate what the Sorare fantasy score would be. DeRozan in there, a 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists total, stuff like that. So just browse these. You'll see who is, having good matchups, has a high projected probability of scoring. They take things into account like, which players are injured, which players are going to be getting more playing time and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a resource that you can use. And also you can win back your money on it too. So if you want to add these picks in here, say you want LaVine higher rebounds, DeRozan higher in points, and then Vooch lower in rebounds, then you can go in there, make your wagers. Say you want to wager $10. If you pick 3 of them, it's a 6x payout. If you pick 4 of them, it's a 10x payout. 5 of them, 20. So test your luck on that. I've been having a lot of fun with this, particularly in the NFL. I'll be doing baseball too. Don't really bet a ton of basketball. So one last thing before we move on to the next part of the video. Just wanted to pop into the Discord real quick in this Discord channel that we have. It's been popping. It's been a lot of fun in the Sorare chat. So join us if you are on Discord. Thrive Fantasy is another good one with the link down there, code NFTY, or just use that link. They have stuff, promos for new users, stuff like this. The other night they had one for Donovan Mitchell. Will he score 1 point? So it's basically like giving you a free square into that DFS contest. Then you pair it with something else, try to make your money back. You get the drill. So use DFS as a means of setting your lineup, see who's got the higher score probabilities, and maybe that'll help you out when it comes to picking between 2 particular players on your roster. All right, those were 3 tips. Hopefully they were helpful for you. Get ready for the playoffs by looking at trades, by swapping out your common cards for players who are going to have deep playoff runs as much as possible, because there will be NBA playoff competitions that you're going to want to be a part of and have a deep roster for. So take a look at that, and also use those DFS betting sites, whatever it is, to compare different players when it comes to setting your roster. So it's a great resource to use. Vegas rarely gets it wrong. At least they're always close on those over-under props, and it's something that I've been utilizing, and having a lot of fun with when it comes to playing and using them to set lineups. If you're cutting out from here, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button for me, answer the question, who is going to be in the NBA Finals this year? Love to hear it. We're going to go into the next part of the video here, which will go over game weeks 25 through 27, give props to the NFTY Sports Private League podium placers, and a couple other good things going into game week 27. Let's do it. All right, we're going to go in order this week. Game week 25. I didn't put out a thread on game week 25. It was Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So I was spending some time with family, enjoying the nice Monday off. Hopefully you did too. But we had a pretty good week. I would say so for myself on game week 25, not doing so hot on game week 26. But put up some nice scores. The high scores were Harden, Kuzma, Lillard, Embiid, LeBron, Jalen Brunson, Onyeka, Sabonis, Julius Randle, who's been going crazy, and Vooch also has been going crazy. So I'm still trying to crack into this rare contender. Like I said, I'm still looking for trades, but Lowry at least is back and healthy. Neto has been on the court also, but it would have been nice to have both of those guys active with Vooch in there. The only cards that I bought here are McDermott and Neto. So these three were ones that I won from limited competitions, won 3 rares in my top 150 placings. I'm going to use those and trades to kind of get crafty and try to work into that rare contender where I can win some more rares. Anyways, I typically do this Nifty Sports League podium. I just put it up, screenshot it, put it on Twitter, but did not do that today. I want to shout out some of the placers on here, the leaderboard in the common champion. Congrats to these three: Ja Rose, Luke Z, Dave in Stock, with the top 3 places on common champion, common contender. We got G Bear, big shout out G Bear, first place. Let's go. You love to see it. Ransom Reed, Raider 14 has become a familiar face. Those 3 looking good in the competitions recently. Big time congrats. Common under 23, Luke Z, Demi Blah, and Jan. Limited contender, Ransom Reed again at the top. Red Auto 5, one of the previous giveaway winners on the channel, and RF 942. Great job. Congratulations. Limited champion, the last one I'll go over here. Samarost, GM underscore keeper, and Fraser Frage in there in 3rd place this week. Moving on into the current game week 26. Like I said, not having the best game week myself. Decided to try to go big with 3 big time players and then round it out with a couple of younger guys. For the last 2 spots, Donovan Mitchell didn't do too good. And I got a nice 70 from Jokic. Got Curry in there with 1 game left, but not looking too great when it comes to that one. My limited contender is actually doing really good. McConnell, Kyle Anderson, Damian Lee, Jabari Smith, and Zubac putting up nice numbers. I'll be getting a common tier 1 on that, which is always nice. I'm still waiting for that Luka, so hopefully I can get that Luka come Friday morning. Not doing too great on the limited champions either. So had a tough time rounding out those lineups. But so far, TJ McConnell is up there with the big score. Huge scoring week for people just in general. Dame Lillard still has 1 game to go. Drew is done with 65. Keldon Johnson at 65. Markkanen 66. Fred, one of those guys that I had on my value list last week, in there at 66. Still has 1 game left. Same with Jokic. 66. Tatum, 1 game left at 68. Şengün and LeBron were the top 2 on this current week. So I'll put out a tweet thread on that on Friday. Give shout outs to the winners of this week in the Nifty Sports League. And let's take a look at the game week 27, because we have some different competitions. A limited Western Conference competition is into the fold, and then so is a common Western Conference competition are the 2 new contests this week. So no more under 23, no more veterans competitions for the upcoming weeks. But they're going back to the limited Western Conference as a special one, and the the common one as well. So let's take a look at the global numbers on this one. 415 rewards, 2,000 entrants so far. That number will go up to probably double. These numbers will all probably double between the time I make this video and the time everything locks. So numbers are increasing. It's looking nice. If you want help on how to set your roster, jump in the Discord. Again, come chat with us for particular decisions. We can't make whole rosters for you, but we can give some insight when it comes to picking a player over another, or just kind of come in there and chat. But SoRareData.com, I really like this lineup builder feature. I did another full video on this too. Make sure you're filtered over to basketball, of course. Game week 27 is the week that's coming up, so make sure you have that locked in. Use this filter right here. Also use this toggle to concept players right here. So put in the players that you think are best. These are some guys that you don't have. When you do concept players, it brings up people that are on the marketplace. So this could be a good situation if you're looking to potentially buy somebody off of the market or off auction to fill out that roster. So really like this concept players tab. I'll show you a quick example with my limited champion, and then after that, we will wrap up the video. Let's just put this in here. Take a look at Anthony Edwards as the MVP this week, Jordan Poole, Levine does not have a game this game week, so no Bulls. Bridges could go in there. We still have 54 points. I will throw in Max Strus. And then 28 points. Then this is where I like the concepting of the players, right? You hit concept players, and then it pulls in all the other players on the marketplace that may fit that mold. So go to the differential. You can see what players kind of fit in there. Kyle Anderson would be a good fit for it. 25 cap, 25 last 10 with projected +9. So I like that. D'Lo doesn't quite fit in there. Robert Williams would be a guy to look at for me. Jalen McDaniels, Michael Porter Jr., all guys that fit within that 28 cap. So just the way that I like to do it. Then I would go on the marketplace, find out if there's any auctions coming up, find out if the manager sale is a good deal or not, depending on the time crunch and the auction. So just another thing about how I like to kind of craft my roster. Hopefully it's helpful for you. All right, there you have it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. I will be back next week on Thursday with another weekly video on Sorare NBA. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment letting me know who your predictions for the NBA Finals are. Hopefully you got help from these tips. Don't forget to sign up for Underdog Fantasy, Thrive Fantasy Owners Box with the links down below. Code NFTY if you want to get into the DFS stuff. It could at least be helpful for you. I use it a lot, and it's a lot of fun too. So check us out in the Discord. Come hang out during the week. Love to hang out with you in there, and thanks for being a part of this community. I'll see you on the next one soon.